Hey everybody, hope you're doing well today. Of course, we're back with more measurable, observable, repeatable matrix revealed. Today is Sunday the 14th of May 2023. We're going to look at, well, watch a video, then do a decode. So we're going to watch, most of that 11 minutes at the top one here. And then we're going to go into Paul Walker, alright? Which will be, actually, I thought it was a bit longer on my Paul Walker decode, but it's not that long, so I'm thinking, you know what, I'll just smush both situation reveals together. As I said, I did mention about Lauren Heike, the lady that went on a hike, and we'll see what they say. We'll note some of the family reactions and whatnot, and yeah, let's get it. I'll roll the thing.
Turn off the TV, it's way too misleading. Telling them lies until you believe it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it, repeat it. It don't take a genius to pick up the pieces.
Alright, and of course, before we start, of course, fair use, all those policies and whatnot. Not expecting any strikes or, video takedowns or some, whatever the case. Again, fair use, documenting, reactionary type videos here, and of course, authentic journalism, if you may. So, and also before I press play on the video we're about to watch, again, it may be low if you're not, using headphones, so you may want to use headphones. As I said, the sound does sound fine from where it's coming from the source, but you're watching it through myself. As I say, sometimes other people's volumes aren't always, sexy, but this sounds, to be fair, fantastic. So you may or may not need headphones, but do what you need to do. So, I hear no first world problems in the comments. Oh man, what do you want me to do? Come and put headphones in your ears? You want me to plug in the headphones for you? Like, do you want me to work the volume? Like, what, like? When I see those comments sometimes, that just cracks me up. It's like, oh my god. What kind of first world problems? Oh mate, right, let's get it cracking. Right, so yeah, as I say, what we're gonna observe obviously is the story. We're gonna watch the family, as I mentioned before. We're gonna see how they are with their body. Is it crocodile tears and whatnot? Again, are they paid to do it? Is it some special NDA, non-disclosure agreement and all this type of stuff? You know what I mean? As I say, some of these stories, if not heaps of them, are contrived. Yes, there is an organic side, but again, do not let that mess up your judgment when, with a lot of stuff that's coming off the Masonic media conveyor belts, as I usually say. So, let's keep it moving and then we'll get to the decode.
Lauren Heike is unconscionable, and the grief and heartache being felt by your friends and family is immeasurable. No one in our community should feel unsafe.
A 29-year-old woman is found dead in North Phoenix after going on a morning hike, and the police have just made an arrest. Former homicide detective Phil Waters comes on to discuss. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Is horrific.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I shouldn't even laugh yet. Yo, do you know what I should have on standby? Man, do you know what? Should I quickly look for what's his name's channel? Just for extra reference of, people blatantly lying on camera, crocodile tears, talking some bullshit script, you know what I mean? Literally laughing in your face type of thing. I'm not saying she was literally laughing in your face, but still, just look at them. Yeah? My man there with the cap down. Let's see how if he even raises the peak up to that horizontal level so we can see his eyeball. on, let's go back there. He might be looking up already. Hold up.
A 29-year-old woman is found dead in North Phoenix after going on a morning hike, and the police have just made an
Sorry,
arrest.
and last one I could quickly say. Did you know what? I still might pull it up, but basically, there's a channel called The News Is Fake. I think his latest channel is The News Is Fake 4. Yeah, it's in the number 4. Yeah, so check that channel out. He puts together and shows you just how lies. Probably some nice compilations over there. As I said, I may pull them up after this. But yeah, let's all right, so we're just gonna start from the TOP, the tippy top.
Vicious attack on Miss Lauren Heike is unconscionable, and the grief and heartache being felt by your friends and family is immeasurable. No one in our community should feel unsafe.
A 29-year-old woman is found dead in North Phoenix after going on a morning hike, and the police have just made an arrest. Former homicide detective Phil Waters comes on to discuss. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
Is horrific. I'm sorry. As hard as this is for us, we're grateful because we had such a beautiful child.
The Phoenix Police Department has been investigating the death of 29-year-old Lauren Heike after her body was found in North Phoenix off of a hiking trail this past Saturday, April 29th. And reports are that she had set out hiking the day earlier. The police said her body showed signs of trauma, and according to Phoenix Police Lieutenant James Hester, they believe that she was attacked from behind. Well, it has now been revealed that Heike was stabbed multiple times. And a little bit of a backstory here. The Phoenix Police Department originally released a clip of surveillance footage that appears to show a potential suspect. Lieutenant Hester explained how the man in the clip exhibited peculiar behavior. He was believed to be between 5'8" and 6 feet tall and was wearing a backpack. Well, as of last night, they have tracked down and arrested a man in connection with the murder of...
Hold on, let me hear that again. He was what? 5 foot, nearly 6 foot? Hold up.
5'8" and 6 feet
Okay,
tall and was
okay.
wearing a backpack. Well, as of last night, they have tracked down and arrested a man in connection with the murder of Lauren Heike. That man has been identified as 22.
And I can't remember how this goes for CCTV. Just have to quickly cut in quickly. I mean, did you see that footage? What can you make up from that footage? I mean, obviously they could do some mapping and tracking, obviously with other CCTV. But my point is that the image? The image, not image. The image. Is that the image you're giving us from a highball? That grainy piece of footage. As I say, they may talk, I don't know, as I say, they could be map tracking other CCTV. As I said, but just look at the footage. As I say, they may be mapping and tracking some.
Well, it has now been revealed that Heike was stabbed multiple times. And a little bit of a backstory here. The Phoenix Police Department originally released a clip of surveillance footage that appears to show a potential suspect. Lieutenant Hester explained how the man in the clip exhibited peculiar behavior. He was believed to be between 5'8" and 6 feet tall and was wearing a backpack. Well, as of last night, they have tracked down and arrested a man in connection with the murder of Lauren Heike. That man has been identified as 22-year-old Zion Teasley.
Oh.
He was apparently linked to the stabbing by DNA and cell phone evidence. State prosecutors indicating they may have more too. He was arrested less than a mile away from where police found Heike's body. Teasley also has a lengthy criminal record dating back to 2020 that includes armed robbery, burglary, kidnapping, and assault with a deadly weapon. In fact, he apparently violated his probation term since he was released from prison this past November on felony charges. Reporting indicating that he had been taken into custody on a first-degree murder charge. A judge issued a $1 million cash bond after he appeared in court, and his next court appearances are set for May 1st and May 15. Well, this is a developing story. I want to give everybody that warning. So at the time of this recording, we're just giving you the latest as we know right now. By the time it actually is published, there might be more information that comes out. But let's talk about what we know right now. I'm joined by legendary former homicide detective Phil Waters.
Legendary
Thanks
Phil
so much for being
Waters.
back here on the program. I really appreciate you taking the time. I want to get really into this. So We know that in the early stages of an investigation, they're so crucial. The police have made an arrest. I talked a little bit about what they might have. What do you think about the fact that they made an arrest this quickly?
New Fire Free
Ugh.
Yogurt. Extra is better. Own
Oh my
it
God.
now.
That comes out. But let's talk about what we know right now. I'm joined by legendary former homicide detective Phil Waters. Phil, thanks so much for coming back here on the program. I really appreciate you taking the time. I want to get really into this. So we know that in the early stages of an investigation, they're so crucial. The police have made an arrest. I talked a little bit about what they might have. What do you think about the fact that they made an arrest this quickly?
Well, thanks for having me back, Jesse. It's been a while. Well, I can tell you that this type of a case, at first blush, when I first looked at it prior to the arrest of this suspect, my sense is that they had a video footprint from very close to the area where this occurred, right up to where the suspect fled to. So he appears to be running on that video, and he's got the backpack and so forth and so on. What I thought was interesting was that the shape on the video, it is the guy. The person they've got in custody.
It hasn't been confirmed. It hasn't been confirmed, but I guess it kind of matches. He matches the description, right?
Yes, yeah. So that was pretty pronounced when I saw the suspect. That this is the guy. I mean, this is his appearance.
Silhouette. His silhouette.
They got to him as quickly as they did, I think.
And I give it obviously because of the hair shape and all of that type of stuff. Regardless of the grainy ass footage, it's just absolutely crazy grainy. Interesting little piece over here as well. If you're reading where I've, obviously trying to get you to highlight. I mean, I'm highlighting where I'd like you to quickly, ponder your highballs on. Yeah, but just take note of that. What that's saying over here, Police say Teasley. What's his name? Zion Teasley was linked to the crime through DNA. I'll go back a couple bits as well. So he's linked through the crime through DNA on Heike, on Heike's shoe, Lauren Heike's shoe, who was on the hike. So the DNA on her shoe, along with other forensic evidence including cell phone location data, and records turned up his name. Detectives went to his former workplace, a sportswear store, just a short distance from the trail. Again, the hiking trail. Ex-workers there recognized him wearing clothes he was suspected of stealing from the store. They also said that he was fired for being aggressive toward female employees, which they do say in this video as well.
Very close to the area where this occurred, right up to where the suspect fled to. So he appears to be running on that video, and he's got the backpack and so forth and so on. What I thought was interesting was that the shape on the video, it is the guy. The person they've got in custody.
It hasn't been confirmed. It hasn't been confirmed, but I guess it kind of matches. He matches the description, right?
Yes, yeah. So that was pretty pronounced when I saw the suspect. That this is the guy. I mean, this is his appearance on that video. Now,
sorry guys, little rustling going on.
They got to him as quickly as they did, I think, because of this video trail, perhaps. And it had to happen. He's obviously on foot. He's obviously running. So it had to be, his residence had to be somewhere within close proximity of the crime scene. And so that is always beneficial when you've got that very short gap to get to your suspect. And then it was just a matter of getting out there and hitting the bricks and doing the footwork that needed to bring this arrest about.
Are you surprised that when we talk about DNA evidence and cell phone evidence being used to track him down, again, the time frame, I always imagine that might take some time, but this seemed to come back, the results, relatively quickly to apprehend him?
Well, there in regards to the technical aspects of this thing regarding cell phones and that kind of thing, in today's world, it can be done with fairly quickly response to the request from law enforcement when you have something that's just an urgent circumstance like this. I mean, I think the thing here is that they certainly wanted to get this guy in custody because something like this, he may be prone to do this again within a pretty quick time frame. So the technical stuff, look, this stuff can be done if it's requested and if there's a rush put on it in a sense of urgency. So yeah, it can be done. I've done it in a couple of investigations that I had.
So you're saying you can do, and this is what kills me with doing this type of stuff. As I say, you know, there's been some crazy crimes in the world, and you know it's suspect when how they didn't catch the person sooner, or like I don't care if it's the nonsense of, you know, blind 11. I'm saying blind because I don't know how people are still blind to the most obvious shit, and they even tell you in how many different ways it was us. But that's what I'm saying. That's how you just know it's just so corrupt. Again, Epstein's list. Does anybody like what's going on? is Balenciaga still a clothing? Is it still a brand? Is it still like are people only burnt like for that day, or not enough people heard the story and they weren't even burning anyway? They're just still purchasing Balenciaga. Excuse me, double A, Bow, if you know what I'm saying. Balenciaga. Anywho, hold on, let me pause this because I've been looking around for a lighter. That's why I'm rustling.
Technical stuff, look, this stuff can be done if it's requested and if there's a rush put on it in a sense of urgency. So yeah, it can be done. I've done it in a couple of investigations that I've had.
Well, I'm also curious when you think about this, right? The idea of he's taken into custody, I imagine they try to interview him, right? They try to interrogate him. He may choose to lawyer up, but that's what's happened. You think that happened already? They tried to speak with him and understand what happened here? The idea of he's taken into custody, I imagine they try to interview him, right? They try to interrogate him. He may choose to lawyer up, but that's what's happened. You think that happened already? They tried to speak with him and understand what happened here?
I mean, prior to the arrest?
No, after the arrest.
Yeah, after the arrest, right. So that would be the next step. Once you get this suspect in custody, then the first thing detectives are going to want to do, I know that if it's me, that's the first thing I want to do, is get them into the interview room and have a discussion with them. He's obviously in custody, so it's going to be a custodial interview. They're going to have to Mirandize him. He's going to have to waive those rights to carry on the conversation. And of course, we don't know if that occurred and what his response was.
And always remember, you know, it can be a mixed bag. Obviously, you've got the dynamics of the systematic setup. Yeah. Obviously, you've got the chemical balance for people's brains. You've got environment. So obviously, things can obviously, excuse me, happen in a type of organic way, if you see what I'm trying to say. Even though it's still coming from, excuse me, the conditioning, if you may, via the system. Yeah, still you have to be held accountable, obviously, but then when you understand the layers of what's going on, yeah, and then obviously, excuse me, then obviously sometimes it is a full-blown, some type of scripted something, yeah, something, one of those, you know, whatever type of one it's going to be, you know, probably up to, you know, A, B, C, up to Z, how many different flipping types. And as I say, not always the suspect even gets to live. Sometimes the suspect might even be, as I say, you know, some type of, you know, MK Ultra. But anyway, just always keep that in mind.
To it. So you always give the suspect the opportunity to speak with the detectives, always.
And again, we don't know if there's possibly someone else involved. So again, they're still in the early stages of trying to see this. He has been arrested. He has been identified.
And what's
as
the motive,
suspect.
though?
What do you think
Is
is
it just
happening right now?
Is it just so? Yeah, that's the other thing. What is the motive? Obviously, you got crazy motherfuckers out there, but it's just like, and it's the other thing as well. Remember, that's what I was meant to say 2 seconds ago. What I was meant to lead into. Basically, like the demographics. So for each creed, they will do a specific thing, yeah? Or they'll make sure whether it's, they'll propagate a specific thing in, like media, TV, all that type of stuff, Then they will also do, whether it's a half-hearted drill, if you may, or next level drill, but you don't know, some type of drill orchestrated situation, whether it's George Floyd, whether it's maybe I might be using slightly the wrong term here, but you know what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day, these people forge and fashion how much crazy shit. So again, look how that situation goes on, and if you don't know what you're looking at, 1 minute you're on lockdown, and 2 you're outside marching up and down, not knowing you're looking like a fucking idiot. Yeah. Wasting time in kilojoules, and then obviously now police are racist. Another black man. That same old. It's like, what did I see earlier? And I was like, man, would you see a white college top? Basically, the person was wearing, and he said, black college. And then, I had like the red, yellow, and green, whatever it was. And I'm like, and it's not like I ain't seen that type of stuff before, obviously, in my time, since I've, been on the stationary plane for this current vacation trip. Almost fucking nightmare at times. Wonderful at the same time, don't get it twisted, but damn. Oh my god, I slipped my mind, what I was going to say. But basically, the demographics, yeah, and roles. And that's what I mentioned, it was the college. Fuck, so there are 2 pools. That's what I was going to say. So anyway, or black college. Like, am I going to see a white person, white college, or Indian college, or Chinese college? Like, cut it out, man. cut that crap out. Cut that crap out now. Yeah? Fucking hell. Because you should know the layers of this thing. That's what they want you to do. That's long. I'm not saying that certain things didn't happen before, you know what I mean? With so many 100 years of XYZ stuff that's mentioned in the remix Bible. As we know, Acts 76 is talking about what? Slavery. Slave equals 76. I mean, come on. What do you think, that's arbitrary, is it? Fucking hell. They think it's arbitrary. Hold up. Do you know what? I don't use that online anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like for other stuff, I'm saying. Bam. So yeah, so just note, man, how they having you up, your emotions, wasting your time. Let me move this flipping thing. Why is it right on that? Sorry if there was any little rustles there. It's on my zip part of the wire. But anyway, yeah, so just note, the emotional stuff that's going to happen is going to play with your heartstrings differently, And imagine how they just had you all low on lockdown. Then they give you George Floyd, which was, what was that? Was it 201 weeks after the French one, which was another orchestrated? I can't remember the guy's name. But there was one in France, and then that says, hey, if you write out George Perry Floyd, that equals 201. But anyway, my point is, and police racism 201. I did mention the Bible, the Holy Bible equals 201. Again, the 201 Jesuits preserved by Catherine the Great. They even made a Hulu, if you know the streaming service Hulu, they've even got a TV show about Catherine the Great. So go figure on that. There's many other 201s. Again, you got the first Jesuit Pope, Pope Francis, Jorge Bergoglio. Anyway, his name equals 201. He lives in Suite 201 in Salte, Duncte, Marte, some shit like that. That name equals 201. The first general of the Jesuits, his name equals 201. He died some, type of duration day of 201, whether it's 20 weeks one day or 201 days. You see? And it's the same shit. If you do the homework, as I say, it's still it's still tumbleweed and crickets over here, and I ain't even talking about. And I'm just no, do you know what? I'm talking about everything in its entirety concerning the hard-coded commonality. Again, I got at Mooncat yesterday. I said, "Hey, hello, Mooncat." I even then put up a video showing, "Hey, how did Mooncat know about 47?" And in the part that she's saying it, she's talking about the news and how many times the news, and she's doing a skit, like a little quick comedy skit. That could be organic. But then, as I say, is she doing homework on now in the community? If she didn't know about it, and then she's gonna do a 2-hour video because she does them lengthy videos. She garners hella views. What she got, about 300,000 subscribers, and she garners hella views. I like her style. I like her style. I like the style. I literally just found her yesterday. But as I say, I already know. When you already know the road. You know what I mean? You already know the road. You already know where it's going, which is nowhere. All these bridges and all these people that could be, extra great catalysts for change. And then at least being, as I always say as well, even if it's not your forte and you should have a brain to understand simple stuff that's been presented over here and concepts that's clearly playing out in your world and the actuality of it every day, why would you then, as I like to say, like cock block, you got the best friend that, don't want her friend to talk to the guy or whatever, or, even if it could be the male friend that don't want whatever's going on, cock blocking, pussy blocking. Why are you education or, leveling up spiritual know-how in the spiritual warfare of it all? Why are you blocking that? Well, this is the big problem here, isn't it? Why would you do that? So my point is, as I say, it comes to you're doing a huge disservice to people that watch your videos, because you could be a great catalyst for change. Why would you not want to be a part of that? Only if you're polarized to being a know-it-all or just being a shithead that actually knows what's going on, but you're just like, oh, I'm not gonna, I've broken it down how many times. Or you're paid to do it, or a turbulence troll, paid to do it or not. I know I've broke it down how many times, but again, tumbleweed and crickets. Yeah? As I say, it doesn't matter if it's nice. As I'm saying, I'm doing something neutral and nice, as in to say, oh, hey, check this out. Hey, do you know about this over here? Etc., etc. Or if I'm doing full blown, back to Zach, back to brother Batty boy, brother Batty yo. Actually, brother Batty yo, I'm gonna have to ask you a question. Brother Batty yo Sanchez, I need to ask you a question. I'm gonna ask it again. I might even do a special separate 2-minute video on it, but I'm gonna quickly ask it now as it's coming to my motherfucking mind. As I'm thinking about it, motherfuckerly. What is that bit in that tune? You see the tune of yours that I remixed? What is that bit in that tune when you talk about getting it on with niggas in the forbidden zone? What do you mean by that, family? Well, I can't even call you family, excuse me. What do you mean by that, geezer? I'm just asking, because when I was on your live stream and you was going on with your funny business, after I was in there for 2 hours, and then you went on all funky and talk about, oh, we're in a little secret society thing over here. And I'm saying to myself, this motherfucker. Because if that was somebody like Seven Boma and he asked a simple question like what I asked, and I said, hey, was that being said to me or something? With what I mentioned to do with the Gematria stuff and Cyanetta on the 102 and how that factors in with all the frequency programming and BET 106, and I think there might be another radio station that has the 106, but anyway, black equals 106, slavery 102. What's the name of the news? Was it Black News 102 or something like that? But this is my point. Like, so for somebody, one of your little who else you had in the chat? Probably somebody like Madon that was in there. Yes, I will also call him Madame. I like when that guy said that. That was hilarious. You had the other guy on that time. I think it was the white guy. It's fucking hilarious. Yeah. And to start bending up and moaning how you started to go on. That was really off key. That was so off key. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know. Like, what? Like, you don't know about numerology on Gematria. You taking the piss? You're taking the... Oh my god. This is why you lot are suspects. So anyway, my point is, when you're going on with that secret society crap, how you said it, yeah, some elites, a secret society shit, he said, now, as I've already mentioned in so many videos before, and I said, right, you must be swapping the, you know, like the fraternities and the frat boys and the fraternities out there, and how they get you to keep them little in-house secrets and stuff, and they do all the egg swapping and the paddle beating and all that type of stuff that they do, and a hella gay shit that's going on in there, yeah. That's why I'm saying, Ron, what do you mean by that in that tune? Do you know what? Furthermore, I'm gonna play the piece right now, and I'm gonna also make a separate video today because I've got some questions for your monkey motherfucking ass up in this bitch. Because I might be taking something out of context. As I say, I'm asking, was you taking what I was saying the other day on your live out of context? Because you know I haven't even done a proper video. I recorded it quickly. Because I know sometimes you guys will have a live up, and as soon as the live's done, the live disappears. I said, fuck that. Let me jump out of StreamYard or whatever it is, Streamlabs, and then I'll hop back in because I still got the link. And that's what I did. I left and came back. Yeah? And as I say, tumbleweed and crickets. Think about how fast these people are, whether it's Zachary K. Hubbard, yeah, or Brother Sanchez. Think about how quick Brother Batio, excuse me, Brother Batio Sanchez. He ain't Brother Sanchez again, he's Brother Batio. Think about how quick these hombres, yeah, will fire up a live stream with a specific person's name in the title and topic and etc. I'm going in all in. How comes they don't do that with me? Think about it. Zachary K. Hubbard, I've mentioned this how many times? I find it extraordinary. It's fucking extraordinary. And that lets you know, those that, you know the coup. Yeah? And even if you're new over here, it shouldn't take you long to really understand and catch on and be like, raw, 2 2s, I get it now. Yeah. You get it, yeah? Fucking hell. I'm just saying what I see. I say what I see. Yeah? It really is that simple. It's not me doing it. And that's the other thing I've said as well. Whether it's the other little music thing that I mentioned as well, I'll even say his name again, or his channel. But my point, and just like for everybody else, obviously you can be all caught up doing whatever, or you could be in whatever shitty aspect of self. I ain't, gonna acknowledge, whatever, yeah. Or that you did acknowledge it, but you're not gonna let the person know. You're just being like a shithead, whatever, yeah. But it don't mean that you can't then break that mold and be like, oh. And you don't even have to explain anything. Like, I've even already done it for you. By just merely mentioning and talking how I'm talking. Because that can happen. You go, oh, man, I was busy, caught up. I've been setting up some, my debates, I'm blah, blah, I'm researching, family time. Obviously, you living your life, innit? Fucking hell. But don't go on, like, in the age of technology, and emails, messaging, commenting, atting people. Really? Listen. This is why I love being me, in the sense of it is a instant slay. By default. You didn't even have the kahunas, you didn't even have the balls. These times you will see them barking and doing all this, yeah? And that's whether they are going at somebody because somebody tried to say XYZ or whatever, however it went down, whether it was at them or something else that went on, yeah? Or if they're being nice and neutral and saying, yeah, man, I would like you on your platform, I like what work you do, I want to introduce you to, what we do over here, and I think we can do a fusion, you know what I mean, some type of synergy, yeah? Fucking hell. So that's my point. So, building, how comes I don't hear back from people? Like, what the fuck is going on? because it's hard coded. Let alone is it hard. It's hard coded. As I say, the gang know of this. Yeah. And everything that they do is also then to aid you to hold that default mode. But you don't realize that. But as I say, first take accountability. So at least I'm saying, hey guys, like I'm just putting a beam of light on XYZ. Are you really gonna like not acknowledge me being cool, me being, you know what I mean? Like all whatever aspect. Really? Yo, you lot are proper pussios, you know? Proper battios. Oh my god. Nah. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Let me quickly get up this tune, yeah? Fucking hell. Alright, we're going to take it from the second verse, yeah? And then, or just before the second verse, and then it comes within this bit, and then I'll pause it just after. Another thing. If somebody, I said it before, but I have to say it again. If somebody remixed something I was involved with, whether it was a video, they done something, or something music, yeah, or then on a drawing on my, whatever, yeah, whatever it is. They said, oh, I know you like XYZ. I done this, graphic design with your name, and they emailed it to me, or they sent me a message to say, all right, can I send you this or whatever? I'd acknowledge and be obviously, welcoming and XYZ. Why are these people so long? I do a tune with Zach, the tune with Zach in there that says how does it go again? With the Lemmings. The Lemmings. You have no idea. You know the one with the Lemmings, yeah? You have no fucking idea. It's fucking, I love it. I fucking love that. That's just so true. And then obviously I've done this one. So imagine, how is it possible? And imagine, it's not like there's not numerous ways. Obviously, I've put the tune up on my channels. I've emailed you the tunes. I've also messaged you after the fact. Hey, did you receive? Why is it so difficult to acknowledge? And as I say, if anyone that they deem, for whatever the case may be, or one of their homies, whatever. Yeah, one of their friends, whatever. And don't mean that they won't fall out with them, in such and such a time as well. Because somebody like, Zach or something with his track record. But my point is, as I kind of mentioned before, even if you don't play it online as an intro or outro or anything, or listen everybody to this. And it doesn't even mean that I expect you to like the song. But at least acknowledge that you fucking received it. Huh? Like, do you know how feisty and out of order? Like, do you know how feisty these people are? No, they need a next level ups upside their head. In the age of technology and social media. Multiple platforms you message them on. Yo, these and as I said before, something like jeranism, I'm probably gonna do it. I'll probably will make a track with jeranism or even FTFE. My sworn enemy when it comes to True Earth and Globe Earth. Fuck it. I'll even make a tune with FTFE. I wonder if he'll respond and at least say, "Oh, I got the track audio." Again, it doesn't matter to me if he likes the track or doesn't like the track. At least acknowledge. And as I said, do you know how many places I can show you the same stuff that I'm talking about? And how bad it is for the world. And I can show you the same shit in how many different situations. Because I've been honing in, shining the beam. And at first I wasn't tracking it. But then now I'm picking up on the repetition of this thing. And I said, my goodness. Doesn't matter if you're speaking to authorities or supposed authorities about, XYZ. And then how they go on and deal with people. You say, my God. It's beyond the lights are on but nobody's home. Like, this is a next level of like, what in the world It's off key. It's weird. And anybody that don't understand what I'm saying after me trying to really break it down for the bazillionth time, there's something wrong with you. So go figure. Look in the mirror. You know, oops, upside your own head, metaphorically and physically. All right.
Setbacks to building blocks, no Legos. My music is electric, no techno. The sky is limited, I don't have a threshold, nigga.
Order to people. That directive goes into force and effect this evening, and we are confident that the people of the state of California will abide by it.
Yeah, it's gonna come in. Yeah, it's gonna come in now. Yeah. Second verse.
Getting out the ghetto was a
Dream.
And I was awakened from by the echo of a scream. Yeah, Dolomite prototypes, mental prison, steel bars of polo stripes. My focus right, my soldiers is roving overnight. My oversight got them invoking my
Poltergeist. You niggas missed the point. No goals in life. Roll the mics, turn boost to explosion sites. One niggas never learn till the cold is ice.
Can't control the pressure, got them exploding light. My aura glowing bright. Futuristic stones. Getting it on with niggas in the forbidden.
Right there, right there. Oh, for fuck's sake, 246. Right there. Did you hear it? Getting it on with niggas in the forbidden zone.
Niggas never learn till they cold as ice. Can't control the pressure, got them exploding pipe. My aura glowing bright. Futuristic stones. Getting it on with niggas in the forbidden zone. Pitching stones while they baby moans cold.
Hold up.
My aura glowing bright, futuristic stone. Getting it on with niggas in the forbidden zone. Pitching stones while they baby moans.
Those for pictures.
No forgiveness, whole purpose exposed the system. Soul for niggas, squeeze like both constrictors. Hold this wisdom.
Whole put in the cope with it. I see that coping with it. Love it. And that's the thing. I will still play it with his vocals because it sounds fucking sick. Like how you yo, this is fucking crazy. What? Oh my days. Oh man, it's crazy. What a world, eh? But anyway, let me know what you think about what I'm saying, yeah? Because I don't know what he's... Am I taking it out of context? Getting it on with... In the forbidden zone? What was it? Getting it on with niggas in the forbidden zone? What you doing with niggas in the forbidden zone? What do you mean by forbidden zone, nigga? Yo! Alright, back to this thing. Nope, not that thing. I'm fucking pressing play on the wrong thing. Looking a little suspect to me, buddy. But you let me know, why don't you turn up in the comments or make a video and reply. Nicely. No need to get too bent out of shape. As I say, I'm just merely documenting and saying what I see. You know what I mean?
Now behind the scenes, what do you think the investigators are doing right now?
Well, if they've done the interview, or if whatever they tried that aspect of it, if that's been completed now, you've got a whole host of things that are going on in terms of the evidence that was gathered at the scene, getting those things to the appropriate labs to have that analysis done, and we're now doing the background. When I had cases, I would do a psychological autopsy, on the suspect. So that's being done, his background and so forth and so on, to find out who he is. I'm sure they're going to find out that this was not his first interaction with her, and I would imagine that he was stalking her. I'll use that word.
You believe that? You believe that this was targeted against her specifically because another way of looking at it was he maybe trying to rob her or saw her randomly and it's something happened, but you think there was something that developed beforehand?
Well, and this is just based on what I've read and what I've seen, and just my instinct is that these types of attacks don't happen in a vacuum. And my sense is that this is someone that he had seen. And if she is prone to, if Lauren was prone to that particular trail, that hiking trail or running along that trail, or whatever activity she was involved in, it doesn't sound to me as though that was an unfamiliar area for her. So I would have to, and given the proximity, I don't know how close his apartment complex was from hers, or if they were in the same one. I don't know if you've got that information, or how close the trail was to the apartment complex where he lived. So all of those things are what are being computed at this point in time, and they're going to further up and see if this guy was. To me, it just appears that he's seen her before, drawn to her. And who knows if it was a robbery, if it was a sexually motivated thing. I mean, these murders happen, you know, I say it all the time. It's one of three reasons: sex, drugs, or money. So it's just yet to be determined.
Sex, drugs, or money, and a combo of, obviously, what I was breaking down before, right? Environmental conditions, you know, the food, you know, you know, just all the madness, the chemicals, the crazy frequencies, and then the frequency of, as I say, volumes and ratios of types of music, you know, types of movies, types of this, types of that, type of major events going on, you know, small ones dotted around but that are still major, as I say, you know, all the shootings and whatnot going on, whether it's mass or whether it's, you know, actual, you know, R word, yeah, RAPE and all that type of stuff. Serial, or a serial rapist, or a serial killer, or, you know what I mean? As I say, yes, there are real situations, but sometimes they're not the type of real that you think it is. You know what I mean? It's a next real. Oh, they was really actually doing XYZ rather than it was a real thing. Get me?
You said, you know, he was arrested less than a half a mile away from where they found her body.
Correct.
The stabbing. So we knew that there was, originally they said blunt force trauma, that she'd been attacked from behind. The act of stabbing, what should we be thinking about that, Phil?
And as well.
Well,
I'm sorry.
That
So
doesn't
I'll wait.
surprise me. There may have been blunt force trauma. Obviously, the first strike, if he attacked her from behind, which is most likely. And if he attacked her from behind, then the first blow you would think would be to the head to get her incapacitated, and then further the attack. Now, again, we're going to have to. Those detectives are trying to determine what the motive here was. Was it a money? Was it a robbery? I mean, he is known to commit aggravated robberies. He's known to commit burglaries. He's known to commit aggravated assaults. So this was just kind of a step up the ladder for him. So we don't know at this point whether the motivation was aggravated robbery, was it sexual assault, or was it a combination of the two?
And like I said, even though arrest has been made, we don't know more details. We don't know if somebody else may know something or somebody else is involved. So anybody with information
Right.
to contact the Phoenix Police Department.
So we can pause that now. Boom. Hold up. Right. So what have we got? Again, things can happen organically, yeah? But don't let that cloud your judgment. And as I say, overall, and even without the whole, is it this or is it that, just look at the numbers. That's what I say. You can't discard this incredible, impeccable knowledge. You can't. Yeah? That's what I'm saying. Even without looking at, you know, what was I gonna say? Basically, the name or style of a situation, yeah, and you know, rather than the dynamics of what's going on with the numbers, just take away, you know, the title, you know, the branding of the situation, and just look at the numbers and the dynamics of the numbers within the situation. How can anybody discard this community and not follow suit and each one teach one? Did I mention hard-coded commonality? It's incredible to witness. So, April 29. Is she 29 years old as well? Was she 29 years old? Hold on, let me go back 1 second. Was she 29? Was she 29 as well?
Miss Lauren Heike is unconscionable.
Hold up.
And the grief and heartache being felt by your friends and family is immeasurable. No one in our community should feel unsafe.
A 29-year-old
29! She's 29. Right, she's 29. Again, it could be all organic. Shit does happen, right? This is why, as I broke down the other day, about polarization. Yeah? The polarization of how you are, and why they will do specific things at specific times. Again, whether you're getting invited to, you know what, whether you got talent or not to get into certain industries, or when they do certain stuff, or just how they've got the reality set up. You know, they know how to wax and wane, they know how to play you like a fiddle, they know when the best time to, you know, do whatever crazy shit they're gonna do. And then have the other low watt ones that are just always going constantly, and then they give you, you know, they spike it up a little piece on the orbits, you know what I mean? So if you had like a little graph meter that was doing its thing, like a lie detector or something, doing its thing, 1 minute it's flat, yeah, doing a little wiggle, yeah, for the low watt ones constantly, and it would just spike, yeah. And then if you followed them spikes and then noted the pattern and the duration of the spikes, yeah, and even with the little ones, the little, you know, the little ones in there as well, I guarantee you'll be able to do a whole next mathematical pattern, obviously, yeah. And then you'll be able to start forecasting. Hence why this knowledge, we can even forecast the news. Like, you know, we can tell who's going to be president, prime minister, you know, like fucking hell. I mean, come on, man. That's why I don't get, regardless of, you know, sports, I don't get why people, and it's not just him that's done it, there's, you know, how many other people in the community. I've done a couple of little dribble ones myself, nothing crazy, you know, but you know what days are in, or you look at the numerology, or days are in, or years left, I mean days left of the year, so to speak, or you notice other riddles pertaining to stuff in scripture or something else going on that you notice, and then you begin to realize, oh, actually maybe on this day something's going to happen, and then lo and behold, 9 times 10 times out of 10, you know, we've been correct. So go figure on that. Whether it's Liverpool Women's Hospital, whether it's New Zealand. You remember New Zealand, the shopping. There was in the oh, it was in the supermarket. Oh man, of course they had the police on standby, ready to, you know, because they're running drills. Imagine, that was hilarious. When I was like, oh my god, see, I told you. But anyway, my point is, I'm not saying people can't have some type of premonitions and stuff like that. Do you know what? I'm going to have to recheck Notre Dame. I know people will say about Zachary K. Oh, Notre Dame. Yeah, but that's just on the sports. Forget the sports. Forget sports. Just for a moment. And I'm on about the whole community. Are you mean to tell me that this whole community ain't been doing some decent Notre Dame type of shit? Even if we've missed this one, or that one didn't come through, or I mean, we're doing the best that we can do, working out riddles and riddles and puzzles with the tools that we've got. And the minds that almost went to mush and to be molded from their cookie cutter fucking schooling systems, you know what I mean, for you to not think. You know, as I said before, you know, to just gonna be the police is gonna be coming to tell you, hey, excuse me sir, you've had too much to think, hands behind your back. Oh shit, sorry officer, I was thinking out of the Jesuit order construct box, my bad, you know, give me a fine, oh, don't take me to jail. You know, you've Sorry, sir, you've just had too much to think today. Too much to think. Fuck it up. Oh man. So anyway, I'm gonna do some research extra on Nostradamus, and I'm gonna surely show that the Gematria community aren't a bunch of Nostradamuses. Yeah. We ain't Nostradamuses. You're taking the piss. You know? This community forecasted Queen Elizabeth's death. Like, are you taking the piss? Fuck off. COVID in 2016. Remember, the knowledge only been out 3 years. Even though there was many signs, but obviously we was getting how would I say? Remember, I found the knowledge in 2016. But my point is, you know, like maybe breaking the specific modes and then you're getting used to other pattern recognitions, you know. So obviously there've been a lot of stuff, hence why if you go back through everything that you've been watching and media and music, you'll see how for the last 20 plus years, how much COVID stuff have they been telling you before COVID came in 2020. You do your research for the last 20 years and beyond. Yeah? You'll be like, oh my god. Because I was like, oh shit, look at that. Look at that. Movies galore. I guarantee you, literally every movie you've seen, every show you've seen, I will say 8, 9 times out of 10. Yeah? Pick your 10 best shows and I guarantee 8, 9 of them had a whirl of celeb, aka COVID crap going on in there. You know? Didn't Captain America in Times Square, was it 2010, 2011? Times Square, you had Corona on one side, and then they show you a virus germ on the other side. The same one they gave you for COVID. You know the germ look? You know how it looks? Yeah? Oh, fucking Corona. Unless I'm tripping. Didn't the Brothers Grimsby, Borat, remember he wears the number 19 for the whole movie? At the end of the movie, he's talking about, a rich person with poison, virus, wants to kill poor people. Oh, what? Soon as the movie starts, the Brothers Grimsby. You know the movie. I know you know the film. Borat, the guy that plays Borat, Sacha Bohan, something like that. Yeah? Soon as the movie starts, they're having hanky-panky in the shop. Look at all the prices of the items in the shop. What is it? £319. There's the one £19.99. 19's all over the gaff, and he's wearing a number 19 football top, literally for the whole film. Fucking hell. I think only when they go something like Africa, if I remember correctly, after they go inside a fucking elephant's bottom. Fucking hell. I mean, that was some shit I never thought I'd see. I mean, what in the world? Did they? Hold on. That's fucking crazy. They go inside an elephant's bottom. But anyway, I think around that bit is the only bit when he hasn't got on the number 19. But for the whole shebang, he's got on the number 19. I think it's all an England jersey or something like that. Or it might be for his local, you know, Grimsby football or something. But he's got a number 19. And that movie came out when? 2016. Tell me about Bomber Clout Borat. Oh man. And then they got the audacity to have somebody like Anthony Fauci come out and do the baseball. What was he wearing a number 19 as well? He came out to do like the first bat or something like that. I swear he was wearing a number 19. Oh man, fucking hell. Remember when they brought out Harvey to do the first bat or throw? Was it Hurricane Katrina? One of the hurricanes. You had Mayweather and McGregor, and all the referees was talking about, yeah, man, he's gonna take him deep underwater. Like, listen to all the references, you know. You got the boxing going on. You had Steve Harvey. Was it Hurricane Harvey? And Steve Harvey, the comedian, who also does something like Family Fortunes and shit in America. That fucking piece of shit, Boule Fraternity, Jesuit Order Pussyo. He had the most expensive seat apparently on the night. Steve Harvey, Hurricane Harvey, and then you had the number 33 with the baseball, and it had like a pre-game. I think it was like 52 days of, yeah, it must have been like 52 days or something like that, or 5 weeks and 2 days before it kicks off. And remember, flood, earth, and hurricane equals 52. Think about Lynmouth Town in UK when they had the flooding, and then the Royal Navy came out and said, oh, we did cloud seeding in 1952. Apparently killed 3 people. Fucking hell. So anyway, they bring out Harvey to do the first bat for the baseball, and what number has he got on his back? 33. Police people, you know, order, corona, secrecy, masonry, 33. You think these people don't make fucking tsunamis and shit? These people are fucking off key. You think they don't fucking benefit off of that? In numerous ways, not just money. Not just money, obviously. That's what I'm saying. I'm right where I am. We're at the fucking bottom of the bowl of the fucking dish. Imagine if they really wanted the madness to go on around here. We're fucked. You think them little Thames barriers is gonna stop Mother Nature if them like amplify you know what? Think about that. But then I do think to myself, maybe they want their best to keep it at bay because they've, you know, like on the Western world, like they've built up too much now. Like, you know, the city is nice, it's running. They need the Lemmings to work for them in all manner of ways. You know what I mean? So basically, my point is, they're not going to want to kill you off or kill too many. That's what I was saying. Regardless of Celeb 19 and the Big C from 2020 and the jibber jabber in people's body and the toxins, whatever the fuck it is, whether, you know, you're gonna what was that one they said? What do they call it now? Sudden adult death syndrome. What did they have in the news? They had in the news and they said they had it in the paper. They said what did it say again? I made a video about it. They said oh yeah, it was about a year ago. They said scientists find new particles in the clouds, in the air, never before found, and they said it's causing climate change and respiratory problems for adults. What? That's as bad as the next one when they said if you sing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, it can alleviate your chest problems from long COVID. Oh my god. Who's still singing Happy Birthday? Are you still are you out of your mind? Who's still singing Happy Birthday when they wash their hands? Eh? Them times Happy Birthday equals 153. Boris Johnson said it on what day of the year? The 63rd day of the year, which was a leap year. That was March 3rd, 2020. And it's 15 weeks and 3 days to his birthday, June 19th. The Illuminati equals 153. April Fool's Day equals 153. The Jesuit Order equals 153. Happy Birthday 153. 15 weeks and 3 days to June 19th, Boris Johnson's birthday. I mean, come on. Unbelievable. I mean, these people should be in jail. Matt Hancock, they've got we're bringing out books now. We've got books. We're going on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. Oh my god. These people are so pasty. Imagine though you're behind the most craziest shit known to man. And Imagine how many of these people, they go to sleep nice, you know, because they're polarized to the fuckery. Like, they're just evil. They're not bad. They're off-key and evil beyond anything you can imagine. Tony Blair, this one, that one. You know what I mean? Like, imagine what they did in their fraternities. They did a lot more than sharing egg yolks from mouth to mouth and keeping secrets and paddle whipping in their fraternities before they got to be any type of prime minister and all this puppet position bullshit. Oh man. And you know what? I'm gonna do Paul Walker in a separate video. So anyway, she's 29. So you got Lauren Heike on a hike. Dies from stabbing. Multiple stabbing. Yeah, multiple stab wounds. From Zion. What's his name? Zion Teasley. On April 29. So April 29th. Stabbing and stab wound equals 29. What are the odds of that? Stabbing and stab wound equals 29. I'm not saying this can't be organic. You know? With all the conditioning, again, when that's why you got your lunar cycles and the lunatics will come out. Yeah? Lunatics and lunar cycles, werewolves. I'm not on about werewolves literally roaming the streets. I'm just, you know? You know, you don't give these, you know, it's not arbitrary, the names that is given to certain things, or many, if not all things. Even the name that you got. Have you done a number check on yourself? When you're born, where you're born, your name, date duration between you and your mom, siblings, kids if you got them. Have you done that yet? If you haven't done that and you've been watching this channel or this community, damn, that is crazy. That is one of the first things I had to do. I was like, oh, do you know what? Oh my God, I have to check that effective immediately. And I've been absolutely jaw dropped ever since. I've never told it all online, but I've told many drips and drabs and the same of other bits over and over, and some new bits, of course. But man, if I told you the whole shebang, like, man, I probably would have if it was a lot more engaging. And as to be fair, I don't even think it would change if I did live streams all the time. Even though I know like people like a bit more interaction and stuff, but I don't even think it would change. I just still don't think it would change. As I say, as I say, sorting ground. Anywho, in a nutshell, keep it moving. Obviously, my mind will fluctuate on certain stuff, but you know, the how would I say? Oops, let me take this off charge over here. Excuse me. Yeah. But obviously, I know not to stay on a specific type of thought for too long without having the alternative thinking. You know what I mean? So always remember that when you hear me saying stuff. You know, I'm quite the multiple. Man, there's a name for it. Is it holotropic talking and thinking? I think it's something like that. Is it holotropic? Oh my God, I can't remember. Hopefully I'm not making up words. Anywho. Why I can't even get the instrumental? What do you mean? Right, so 29 years old, stabbing 29, stab wound 29 on the 29th of April. Now if we just scoot on over here. Oops, let me pause this. Alright, so. And of course, did you see that the time was 34, but when you play it on certain devices, it will then be a second shorter. But anyway, murder 34, and of course, you know, they'll have a 33, so. So there's your stab wound, and stabbing 29. I mean, yeah, sorry, stab wound 29 and stabbing, excuse me. I thought I didn't realize I didn't punch it in on the history bit down here. So. Again, she's 29 on the 29th, stabbing and stab wound 29. Zion 64 and 44, and 17 and 28. That's just Q. Q is literally Q 64, 28, 44, 17. 29th prime is 109. Lauren Heike is 109. 29th prime is 109. Lauren Heike 29. I mean 109. Heike 38 and 29 and 25 and 97. Def 97. Murder 38. Masonic Media. If that is the case, stabbed 17. Zion 17. Zion did the stabbing. He stabbed somebody. Teasley 102. 33. I mean, come on. And obviously, you know, there's a lot of different minds out here, warped perspectives, and you know, not wired correctly, together with what I've been saying, right? So, you know, expect a shit show. This is my point. You know, expect it. You know, anything else is anything better than that is a bonus. Obviously, think for the betterment and try and be the betterment. But, you know, don't have any expectancies for change at the rate we've been going and are going. Especially with the hard-coded commonality, you know? I mean... with all that goes with that, so... And of course, I will be tagging XYZ in this video. We'll see if they come along and have anything to say. Heike 33, did I say that already? Oh, Heike itself is 33, so go figure. Her name, no, Teasley was 33, excuse me. Heike 33, excuse me. '22nd prime is 79, murder 79 again, death 97. What was 97 again? Heike 97, the girl's last name, not literally hiking. So again, not ruling out that crazy shit can happen, obviously. But this is my point, because of the ratio and what they do, they make you then come to think that's what the world is about. You know what I mean? Always like verses and you know, just crazy shit going on. You know? Ooh, I'm gonna wake up and hijack a plane and, you know, do the rest of it. Blind 11. I mean, really? Nobody wakes up and thinks that. But obviously, if you condition your minds with these movies and, you know, music or, you know, or you know, other ways to do the Hegelian dialect crap with the you know, grooming of communities by making them think specific ways, and then they will plant, you know, a person to do, you know, XYZ, and then two you think you've got you know, movement for liberation like Black Panthers or Ku Klux Klan, which is both via the same people. So good new Phoenix, Arizona 115, like murder. Oh, sorry, Masonic, excuse me, Masonic 115 and killing 115. Excuse me. He's got a 56 as well, Society of Jesus, and of course Black Lives Matter. Of course, maybe not in this case, excuse me, but, you know, give a fuck what color you are, mate. Be it a real story, not on my watch. So again, be it a real story, Lauren Heike, you know, and family, you know, not on my watch. You know, in the sense of, I was thinking about something, how I usually come to say that. Because sometimes the news will buy it off in it, how they will say things, or, as I say, make a specific caption, you know, or have the video length, you know, 11:34. You know, again, murder. It's like, wow, okay, so you use my child or my friend's death to amplify this type of frequency, this low watt frequency. With where you lot are coming from, I'm not saying death in itself is a low watt frequency, that's not what I'm saying. That's just the natural standard order of things, right? You know, and then you transition to wherever else you're gonna go. So I always think about the fun, the word fun and the word funeral. It's interesting to me anyway. So attack from behind, did I say 102 for that as well? Arizona 42 again. all the things, you know, demographically. That's what I'm quickly thinking about. If you've been following, you know where I'm going. Veterans or somebody enthusiastic that's been here recently, you know, I'll break down the 42s. There's that 34 we just spoke about. Cell phone. 153, we just spoke about that. Of course, Ritual 45. 45th Prime is 197 underneath with Vicious Attack. But anyway. DNA 19. DNA. Hold up. 17. No. 19 like 109. Number at the bottom there, Lauren Heike. DNA 19. 17 like Zion. So, yeah, I'm going to do Paul Walker. According to court records... Sorry, I'm going to do Paul Walker in a different video. So, according to court records... According to court records, an autopsy found Heike suffered 15 stab wounds to her upper body, with the deepest laceration being 3 inches deep. So, there's 153. Let me just see something there. So again, just order 153. Again, if that be the case, so she escaped but still died. Then obviously, as the the narrative goes, yeah. Look, Q28. See how it continues. Look, Q28. We just spoke about 28. What is his name? Was it? Hold up. So the 28s that we just had. Whew. Hold up. Yeah, Zion 28, 17. Sorry, just the 28. Excuse me. There wasn't that many 28s, but because I was mentioning Kill before, that's why. So anyway, Kill 28. And Zion 28. Hence why they've got 28 minutes past 8. She was hiking, but then yeah, see? Hike was found by police just before 11 AM, April 29th in the desert area near a neighborhood in the vicinity of 64th Street. Another 64. So the 29 is 64, remember Zion, right? Kill 64, Zion 64, and 28. Yeah, so... I didn't do East Libby Street, I don't think. So she was hiking on the 28th. And then give it 28 for the time. Zion equals 28. I mean, come on. But she got found on the 29th with stab wounds. Again, 29 years old. Stab wound 29. Stabbing 29. Oh, come on. Stabbing and stab wound 52. Heike was seen on surveillance video walking on the trail around 10:52. Unbelievable. I mean, really? I mean, come on, man. Stabbing 52. Stab wound 52 right there. It's just unbelievable. Wow. Could be all organic. You might need that Logan from Decode Your Reality. You might need his mindset. It's all organic, man. You know, his voice is quite airy, kind of. Again, I'm not throwing full-blown shots at him. I need to watch some of his work actually a bit more, because I know he does come up with some very interesting stuff, but to go on like there ain't no, I mean, come on. Nefarious Mittens doing some extra shit here to govern and play God over people's mindset. You gotta be effing kidding me. So interesting. On the morning of May 3rd, Teasley had scheduled a meeting with his probation officer. So again, he's got all this stuff on him as well. But as I say, there's people out here and their minds ain't right? Not everybody's wired. You're wired how you're wired, and not everybody's going to be wired, like this, potentially. Imagine you got crazy shit going on and you're still adding to what you got going on. That is crazy. And again, be it a real story, what a waste of life, waste of life. Like, wow, what a waste. He don't look like he can't get gal or do what he needs to do to get through, type of thing. I'm sure he's not going to be getting rejected, like, even if, I don't know, maybe if he done a thing with or he didn't. Like, what in the world is going on? Obviously, again, shit can happen, right? So again, be that the case, rest in wholeness. Hope you had a gonna say, hope you had a good transition, but obviously this type of transition, I'll say, once you come to realization when you're transitioning, I'll say it that way. Oh shit. So, again guys, let me know what you think in the comments. And then they caught him on May 3rd because he goes to see his probation officer. So they come to see him because he's done what? Because he stabbed somebody. Obviously he's not stabbing because he's, what's it now? Pretense now? That's in the past, right? No, this is post. Yeah, so of course they've come to him because he stabbed somebody. They come to him on the 3rd of May, or May 3rd, and stabbed equals 53. That guy that does the thing with the hands. I wish I had a quick picture or a video of him on cue right now. The black guy I'm talking. He does the thing with the hands. He don't never speak. The guy I'm talking. He does the modeling. He does actual modeling as well, but he does the thing with his hands. I'm doing it right now. You know the one I'm talking. I've used it on some Gematras or memes or True Earth. Might have to get those ones back out as well, actually. Put the heat back on Zach's neck, mate. What was it with the headphones? I don't know why I've got the headphones bit there. What is that about? Oh shit, I'm not sure. Why have I got headphones there? 95. Shit. I'm not sure. Maybe the next slide will tell me. 95. Ah! Does it say they found him as well? Well, there's multiple things why they say that they found him, right? So it's just another thing. Anyway, remember they had DNA. Was it sneaker or trainer? Cell phone. Now you got headphone. But anyway, 95 like his name. His full name, Zion William Teasley. Did he have to sign? Oh, is that the local Phoenix mayor? The local Phoenix mayor is Kate Gallego. Again, that's the rule of thumb. You know, any of these type of situations pop up, or like a, you know, the next, you know, mass shootout or whatever's going on, always hone in on the local mayor, police force, you know, the ones that they highlight in the story also, or may not. Sometimes they don't, but just do the extra with the rule of thumb and you'll see, more than likely, they're going to tie into it as well. I'm not sure if this one fully ties in, but it is interesting, the ratio and volume of just how much. And it shows you again, you know, a lot of these people are all in on it. Maybe not all of them, because obviously you got different levels of the pyramid, as you know, right? On a need-to-know basis. But anyway, I mentioned 201. I don't have to mention 42, obviously. But anyway, 201. Kate Gallego, 201. Yes. Again, mental health, 119. I might have had a 76 somewhere, so go back. Also, 4 represents foundation as well as death. You've even got a 33-day numerology as well. Yeah, so for that 76, I think there was something there. I'm not sure if the slide's going to come back, but feel free to rewind the video. And wholeness, flat mother loving power, spread love and light, hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer, and of course give gracious gratitude. Did I say flat? I don't say that anymore. Let me start that again. Catch you on the rebound. Wholeness, spread love and light, hashtag don't be a basic beast brainer, and of course give gracious gratitude, but take no shit.